Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for viewing my videos. This is what motivates me to do it more and more. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Today, I'm gonna speak about the most asked question. Actually, my inbox is full of this topic: English speaking test. Please get to watch my video and get to know more about the English speaking test and my journey regarding the English speaking test. English speaking test is a test that is required by so many countries for immigration, to include United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Ireland, France, India, Korea, Malaysia, Philippines, or rather Philippines, depending on where you come from, Singapore, Thailand, and Sweden. Think about all those countries. Most of those countries that I've just mentioned, many people would really like, to work in those countries, and English speaking test is accepted in all those countries for immigration. IELTS, this exam is needed by different countries. So depending on where you want to go and work, that's how the qualifications, the qualifications are depending on the country you want to go. So now, the ranges, we have band 0 to band 9. For band 0, if you get a band 0, you just, what can I say? According to the explanation by the British Council, they request you not to attempt the tests. You can imagine. If you get a band 1, Essential has no ability to use the language beyond possibly a few isolated words. If you get a band 2, no real communication is possible except for the most basic information using isolated words or short formula in familiar situation and to meet immediate needs. Has great difficulty understanding spoken and written English. The highest band is band 9. Band 9, it's for the expert users. In this case, you have full operational command of the language, appropriate, accurate, and fluent with complete understanding. If you get a band 8, you have full operational command of the language with only occasional and systematic inaccuracies and inappropriacies. Misunderstandings may occur in unfamiliar situations. Handles complex, detailed argumentation well. Band 7 is a good user. In this case, you have operational command to the language, though with occasional inaccuracies, appropriacies, and misunderstandings in some situations. Generally, you handle the complex language well and understands detailed reasoning. So, yeah, those are the ratings from band 0 to band 9. So now, for the English speaking test, I started doing the English speaking test sometime in 2018. I think, was it 2018? No, this was about 2018 is quite far. That was, let me say, 5 years ago. Let me put it like that anyway. So in my first video, I covered how I registered with this organization that helps people in my country, Kenya, that is where I come from, to take the language classes before the test. So after taking my test, my first test, I remember I did not score well. Trying to balance study, exams, all these things, it's never easy. So being the first trial, I think I tried because I got a band 6. What is a band 6? In this case, band 6, it's competent user. You've generally effective command to the language despite some inaccuracies, inappropriacies, and misunderstandings. Can use and understand fairly complex language, particularly in familiar situations. I don't really remember what I got in every session. For IELTS test, we have the listening, the reading, the writing, and the speaking. And then we have the overall band that I was trying to explain what each band tries to explain. So in this case, I've also said for every country, we need different scores depending with the country, what scores they have put out there for people to get so that they can be able to immigrate to those countries. Now, today I'm going to talk about UK because this is where I am. So, for the UK, this was in 2023. The latest scores that they need for the NMC, especially for nurses, you need to pass. That is, you need a minimum of band 7 with at least 7 in the listening, reading, and speaking sessions, and 6.5 in writing. These requirements ensure that you have necessary language skills to communicate effectively in a healthcare setting in the UK. So now, I did my first test and I got a band 6. I don't remember what I got in every part. That is the listening, the reading, the speaking. Yeah, I don't really remember that, but I remember the overall score. So we have many people who have done this exam once. Please, guys, no giving up till you get there. I think that's example of never giving up when it comes to some exams, especially the English speaking test. You can imagine I did the English speaking test. How many times? Make a guess. One? Definitely not one. Not one because I said I got a band 6 and the overall that the UK wants for nurses, the NMC, is band 7. In this case, I did not get it. Is it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Is it 7 times? Hold on, I did not get there anyway. Though we have people who get there, please don't be discouraged. So now, in my first test, I said band 6. In my second test, oh my goodness. Let me check. I did my second test. Let me see. Yes, here it is. I did my second test on 4th June 2021. Do you know the scores I got? Oh my goodness. Listening, a band 7. I had reached the requirements. Reading, band 6. Writing, band 6. And speaking, I also got a band 6. That means I only qualified in only listening. That was band 7. And the overall band, I came from a 6 to a 6.5. For 6.5, let's see what it has. Oh, 6.5. We don't have 6.5 in the rating, but we have band 6 and band 7. So in this case, it was an improvement. And you know what, guys? I did not give up. I did not give up because I told myself, oh, I've improved. If I compare it to the previous one and this one, there is a slight improvement over 0.5. So I can do this exam again. I'm telling you, it's not easy. You keep practicing, support from the teachers that I had paid, So without support from my teachers, after about 6 months, I did my third test. Oh my God. If not giving up was a person. So in my third test, uh, I took it on 13th September 2021. First one, well, the second one was 4th June. Then the third one was 13th September 2021. In this case, I did better. I had an overall score of 7, but you remember when I started my video, I told you that for every session you have to get a certain, a certain band. So in listening, you remember it's 7, reading 7, speaking 7, then the writing is 6.5. In this case, I got 7.5 in listening, reading 6, writing 6.5, speaking 7, and the overall was band 7. I lost it in only one part. Maybe you've done your exam and only one part you didn't succeed, and you're there telling yourself, I'm not gonna do it anymore. Please, I'm here. This is a living example. I did it. I did not give up. I also paid money again to go and do for the fourth time. So in the third time, the only band that I did not get the target was reading. Reading seems to be the highest part of the English speaking test. If you have a different opinion, we are different, please just comment down below and let me know which one was more challenging for you. So for reading, band 6. Only one band to get the requirements. But in this case, I think in this case, that's the time I was like almost giving up and telling myself, no, let me just go the US way. Because I think for the US, they just need an overall band of 6. And also for every session, they just need a 6. Think about it. In my first test that I had done, I would have easily gotten to the US. But now, for UK, you have to keep on trying. So I was there doing my fourth test, speaking to my God, tell him, God, please, I want this to be my last chance. I was telling myself, oh, I'm not giving up. Actually, I did that exam within a span of, let me see, the third one I did in October. Then the fourth one, where is it? The fourth exam and my final exam, I did it on 23rd October 2021. That was just a difference of 1 month. Within a month, I told myself, please, Terry, go for it. Just do this exam. And I passed the test. This is what I got. An overall band of 7.5, in this case, my final test. Listening, I was improving in every test. So I was telling myself, don't be discouraged, please. Go for it. So in this case, listening, I got a band 8. Remember, the requirement is band 7. Reading, I got a band 7, which is the hardest, and the requirement is 7. Writing, 6.5, and the requirement is 6.5. Speaking, I got an 8.5, and the requirement is 7. So the overall, 8.5 is speaking, and the overall band was 7.5 for a good user. So I was between the good user and the very good user. That was, that's how I had greatly improved. But you know what? From the many messages I get about the English speaking test, my viewer, I would just like to tell you, don't feel discouraged. I hope this video is gonna motivate you. I have actually 3 people who sent me a message yesterday and telling me, oh, this is the third time I've done it. I feel like giving up. Can I go the OET path? Can I do this? No, please. You can do it. Just trust yourself. Believe in yourself. Think about that person. For instance, me. I'm here today in the UK, working in the UK. It was not easy. Doing the exams 4 times, you need that motivation. You need to think about your goal. This is what I want. That's why I need to do this exam, despite doing it 4 times. And you know what? it doesn't matter how many times you do your English test. What matters at the end of the day is that ends, at the end of the day, you're going to get the requirement, and you're going to get, you can have that proficiency test to present to the NMC. It doesn't matter you did it once, you did it 4 times, 3 times. The only difference is that you did not use lots of finances and the time, but in the register, it will not show up. You just upload the one that has the requirement. Please, guys, if you're doing the English speaking test, look for that tutor. Look for those study materials. Go online. Study those, listen to, this is what I did actually. Number one, I registered with Kenyan Nurse, as I said in my first video. Once I registered with Kenyan Nurse, they helped me through the session. I think we studied for about 8 weeks. From there, practicing. What did I use to practice? Study material. Sometimes I would Google, we have the cue cards for speaking. Cue cards, for instance, cue cards about sports. And this really helped me to understand what the British Council wants, I also checked the videos, YouTube videos for speaking tests. Like, we have some videos, if you just check on YouTube, speaking test, you'll see those videos of people presenting. And a small tip I'd like to give everybody who is doing the speaking test. Actually, this is what made me excel in the speaking test. But, well, yeah, because I think in the speaking, at first it was not that good. And then I came up, and down. For speaking test, when you're given a cue card, for instance, you're told to speak about a movie, just start somewhere far. Don't go straight. This is the movie I like too much. Like now I was watching my daughter one yesterday, The Karate Kid, something like that. So I can't just go and tell them, The Karate Kid, this is what I watched yesterday with my daughter, blah, blah, blah. No, start a little bit far. Like, for instance, tell them, in my life, I've watched so many movies, so many, but the one I really remember is this, and that. You see, it will also give you that time, because there is that time you have to speak for about, is it 15 minutes when they ask you a question. So we have that time. I think that really motivated you. What a tip. Also, practice, practice, practice. My viewers, if you're doing the English speaking test, you need to practice, practice, practice. Do those reading tests. Do that listening test. Do that speaking test with your friends. I would call my friend, shout out Sarah. I would call her sometimes and tell her, please ask me some questions. She's like, okay, what do you want me to ask you about? No, just ask me from any question, any question from the cue card. You see, and for writing, I always wrote those is it part 1 and part 2? Yeah, for my tutors to mark. I always made sure at least I submit one every day. It is doable, my viewer. You can do it. What you have to do is, please don't give up. English test is a requirement needed for different countries. It doesn't matter whether you want to come to the UK, you want to go to the US, you want to go somewhere else. The reason is where you're doing your English test. All the best in your studies. And once you get that right, the happiness and the joy, you feel like you've already arrived to where you want, So, yeah, generally, that's my topic today. That is how my English speaking test. It was a bit time consuming because it took me about 1 year, 6 months. Doing this, trying, studying, the whole period took me about 1 year, 6 months. So, if you've just started, why should you give up? Even if you've taken 2 years, don't give up. Keep moving. You will get there. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for listening to me. Keep subscribing to my channel, like my videos, and please comment down below. Till the next one, bye!